they're having a great time.
Yeah.
Really, really impressed with the setup over here.
And Pete Lawrence, hello to you. Welcome to Australia.
Yeah, thank you. Paul it is, by the way.
Oh, Paul, sorry. I'm getting confused.
Right.
So we've got Nathan and Paul. I better get that right. Otherwise, you won't shout me again. It's when I get upstairs. First of all, the Melbourne Cup. What do you make of it?
It's the main event, isn't it, really? You know, you look at it, I've been to 2 or 3 already, so much prefer the greyhound version to the horse one.
Yeah. And back home, is the Irish Derby, is that your holy grail?
The Irish, you've got the Irish Derby and the English Derby. The actual English Derby is worth £175,000, so what's that? That's roughly, I don't know, 350, something like that. And that is the richest race in Europe.
Yeah.
The Irish Derby is probably worth about $200,000, but everyone wants to win the Irish Derby.
Yeah. Paul, what have you made of our greyhound? So, say our best greyhound at the moment, for argument's sake, well, she's fast, like, even though she didn't make it into tonight's final. How would she go over there?
Well, the thing is that she's capable of winning, you know, the $1 million races, and she's very, very fast, and I think that's the thing over in England. We're kind of envious of what happens in Australia because of the prize money. And I think that the way that you sell the product is so good, and that's what attracts a lot of the English and the Irish kind of punters and owners and breeders to look at what's happening in Australia. And we've been blown away by well, especially in Victoria, when you look at the meadows, and we were blessed with Corey Hiscock showing us around the track, and here as well. It's just on a different level. It's so impressive.
So do you think you can go back home and try and do what we do here and say, okay guys, for the first time ever, that the Australians are doing it better than us?
I don't think it's the first time ever.
Yeah.
You know, I think you've been.
I was only trying to be nice. We beat you at cricket.
No,
yeah,
cricket. I'm going to commit quite quickly, but you guys have been doing it right for a long time. Unfortunately for us, we're too far down the line with government. We can't change. We'll never have a tab system. We've got a voluntary levy that should be a lot more. We receive about £7 million from bookmakers each year, which is...
It's a voluntary contribution rather than you know, compulsory, and that's the thing. I've actually been involved with a project with the Total UK and Harry Finley. You've probably heard of Harry, that where we bought Lifford, and we tried a low margin 10% model to take out there, where you're 40% over here. In England, it's more 29 and 30, and so there's a perception there's no value. And I think that what is really impressive out in Australia is it's a betting industry. So let's encourage people to bet.
Yeah.
Let's encourage people to embrace the beauty of greyhound racing, and that's what we kind of miss a little bit in England and Ireland.
So can you change it? Is there hope?
I think so. I truly believe. I think that if enough people stick together and say, look, this is what's good in Australia, why can't we do it in England and Ireland? I've been trying to do it with Lifford through the GRI in Ireland, and also Nathan knows, you know, he used to be part of the ownership of Nottingham Greyhound Stadium. The same. It's just that we've allowed bookmakers to take control, and really we need to have it self-funded, and I think that Total is a big part of that.
Yeah. Will we see an English or an Irish trainer come out here to try and win a Melbourne Cup?
We've tried previously about 20 years ago. Didn't go so well. I think the difficulty is it's still 3 months quarantine to get a dog over here. It's probably going to be about $10,000 to send it over, which isn't a problem. I think the key thing is the 3 months. So, you know, like with thoroughbreds, they can win a Melbourne Cup and come in a few days before, and it's very easy for them. But for greyhounds, you still have to have 3 months in quarantine.
Can we come over there and win an English Derby or an Irish?
Yeah, well, you're more than welcome, and we're sort of half doing that. So, very friendly with David Gill, and he sent straws of Koblenz and My Redeemer over. So we're trying to get him into. We've got a few good brood bitches over there, and we're going to try and get him a runner in the English Derby or the Irish Derby.
We're going to take home the English and Irish Derby and the Ashes. We don't really care about rugby, so you can have the World Cup. Hey boys, thanks for that. Enjoy it. Paul and Nathan, enjoy our greatest race. And have you got a tip for us before we let you go?
My tip failed earlier, so Paul's a punter, so he'll be.
The nap on the card, the best bet is big energy and be short, but
It'll win.
I think it'll win. Just like to say thanks for the hospitality from GRV, and also a big thank you to to Nathan and his wife for organising the trip. It's been fantastic.
Good on you, Paul. Good on you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Nathan Corden, Paul Lawrence out on a trip of a lifetime from the UK and Ireland, celebrating our great race. And I forgot to mention, Kelsey, we also dominate the English in netball.
I am here with